Okay, people, my name is James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Epic number 2. So, if you've been watching my other videos, I'm going to make this video about Captain Marvel, and I want to talk to y'all real quick because there are a lot of people going around hating the fuck out this movie. I'm sorry for the cuss words, but it kind of pisses me off that a lot of people who aren't real fans or are doing anything and everything they can to stomp a hole in this movie or whatever. As a Marvel fan who outwardly will admit that I stopped reading Marvel comics back in 2010. I went to the Army in 2011. I never picked up another comic book because of the way I didn't like the way they were carrying all my characters or killing everybody and them downing the gods to be like powerless compared to universal beings when gods at one time in Marvel were the most powerful beings in Marvel. And now all that is done. Because, at one point, before retconning of 210 and before other reboots and all that other stuff, no one was more powerful than the gods of Asgard. No one. And they have since changed that. So, I'm going to talk to you guys about Captain Marvel real fast. The new Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, Karen Danvers, was not always the first Captain Marvel. For those who are fans of the movie, shocker. Okay, there you go. And I'm not going to put this movie down because they did do an Easter egg, and the Easter egg, spoiler alert, is that the first female Captain Marvel is actually in the movie. She's a little girl, but she's in the movie. Because the only Captain Marvel I ever knew was Marvel and Monica. That would be Monica, the very first Captain Marvel, female and black. So, for all those who were going to send me hate mail about being anti-black because I'm mixed, I don't have the right to be a racist, so I'm going to point that out. I am mixed, and I am proud of all three of my heritages until somebody in my heritage does something stupid. So when black people do something stupid, I'm not black that day. When white people do something stupid, I'm not white that day. And when Native Americans do something stupid, I'm not going to be on the warpath that day. I'm just going to hide. So, when I first met Carol Danvers, I met her as binary, a member of the Shi'ar Empire, and also met her as one of the Heralds of Galactus. This here is the Carol Danvers that I had to get reacquainted with. However, it took me a minute to catch on to the fact that Carol Danvers and this Carol Danvers was the same girl. But when she lost her powers, I never understood how she became binary. If you want to know why I'm going through these pictures, it's because last time I made a video, I was ill prepared. I didn't have what I needed. And before I delete these off my phone, I wanted to point some stuff out. Because the Easter egg that they threw back was that this girl here, Monica, is in the film. But because of retconning and rehashing and turning things around, they let her be a child. And they gave her a significant role, but it wasn't like mind-blowing and everything. But they put her in there. And this is the Miss Marvel that becomes Captain Marvel. Alright? Now, as for everything else, as far as I know, they kept everything basically the same about her backstory. But there are people out here who went to the movies, didn't like the movie, or just don't like Brie Larson, or whatever it is. I got no problem with Brie Larson, and if Disney gives me a job making the movies, I would gladly take it. Because making movies make me happy. There are a lot of people hating on this movie for the simple fact that they did not have the first Captain Marvel that's a female, which is Monica Rambeau. Her. She's been through a lot of rehashing of shows and suits and things, and they've changed her around. So I'm about to delete all these pictures now. But I just wanted to point that out. To all the people who are doing one hellacious smear campaign on Captain Marvel. I liked the movie. It was a pretty good movie. And I think that it was well worth seeing. But at the same time, it kind of messed me up because at first, before I made this video, I contemplated on making the video before I went to go see the movie. Then I contemplated on, would this become a race issue? Which it probably would have had I not waited to go see the movie first. But being that I've been suffering from back pain for the last 3 weeks, I thoroughly enjoyed my break by watching that, it kind of took my mind off the pain. I'm in back pain right now as we speak. It's been hurting for 3 weeks, and as soon as I get my military checkup, that'll be the first thing that I throw to them, is that I've been suffering from back pain for like a long time now. But anyway, moving on, because that's not here or there. With the Captain Marvel movie, they did this. There was a lot of confusion. So let's get that straight. Because on a lot of talk shows, specifically the one I had to watch, The View, where they said that she was the first female superhero. Well, what they should have said was she was the first female solo single lead superhero. Because she wasn't the first Marvel female superhero. Because if you've seen Captain America, the first Avenger, there was Peggy Carter. They didn't count her as a superhero. But S.H.I.E.L.D. them when it came into existence without Peggy Carter. And then there was Scarlet Witch in the Iron Man stuff. And Scarlet Witch has been in all of them from the beginning. She was even in one of the other ones, I can't remember which one. But she was in there. And then Scarlet Witch has been leading the female charge. And then they brought in, not Scarlet Witch, excuse me. I meant to say Black Widow. So scratch all the Scarlet Witch and replace it with Black Widow. They had Black Widow in the beginning. From the Avengers all the way through, and Iron Man, and they misspoke, about Captain Marvel. Now the thing with Captain Marvel, from where I stand and from what I've read of her comics before they did the retconning when she was still Miss Marvel, they seem to have got it, for the most part, bionically right. Now, apparently, in the years that they came out, she did get a blood transfusion from Captain Marvel. I'm going to have to go find the book and reread that shit just to be on the safe side in case I get fact-checked. But they left a lot of stuff out, and they put a lot of stuff in. And then some people got a little pissed off that Captain Marvel was made into a woman. And I think Annette Bening did a smashingly good fucking job being Captain Marvel. And then Brie Larson picking up the mantle and being the actual Captain Marvel was great too. Now, they didn't go into too many details, and I don't want to ruin the movie for anybody who hasn't seen it. But for the most part, which I probably just did, but for the most part, go see it. It's a good movie. And Disney, if you ever decide you want to have somebody play a Native American character like American Eagle, because I think he dealt with S.H.I.E.L.D. a little bit, I'm open for that job. Granted, I don't meet the height requirement because I'm only 5'3.5", and Jason Strong was a good 6'2", but I'm still part Native American, so I can do that. Now, as I close out, I just want you guys to know that if you're a fan of the Marvel MCU, the movie universe, then you're gonna enjoy the movie. If you're a comic book fan, you're still gonna enjoy the movie. But don't go there looking at it as a living comic book. Go there looking at it as a movie. Don't go there looking with high expectations for them to get everything right. Because when they make movies, they have to adapt it so that it can be in some form of reality. And the funny thing is that we don't know if they're in the 616 or whatever other timeline or alternate universe or other Earth or whatever that they're on. We don't know. I do believe we're in the 616, which kind of pisses me off if we are, because in the 616, Thor was the strongest of them all. Stronger than the Hulk, stronger than Hercules, stronger than Odin himself. And they've dumbed down the gods so bad in the Marvel movie universe that my feelings are hurt. Because there's no way in Marvel, before the Infinity Wars and stuff, that anybody should have been able to tangle with Thor and not remember him. That being said, I'm going to go to bed now. Thank you guys very much. I'm sorry for taking up the 9 minutes and 15 seconds that you won't get back from your life. But go see Captain Marvel. It's a must. In Marvel, I need a job. Thank you.